I am Jamie Simmonds. I'm originally from New Zealand. I live in Abu Dhabi in the Middle East, in the UAE, but I'm currently training and living in Västerås in Sweden at CrossFit Legend.
How's team training been so far?
Fun, really fun. Some of us are really slow, e.g. me, at getting ready. Me is very efficient, so we're learning. Well, we did go team in Madrid a couple of years ago, and it was so fun. And I think as well, we literally trained the day before together, and it just kind of clicked. So we're like, why not? Why not try it this year? A new challenge, head somewhere new with a bunch of good people. I think it's we've got so many different elements within the team, so many different strengths, so many different weaknesses, and it's just helping each other become better athletes, but also, you know, you learn a lot of stuff about life as well. Like, it's so interesting being here with Mia and how efficient you can be as a mum and have so much stuff to do, whereas sometimes I'm a bit inefficient and don't get anything done. So it's really nice just to see how different people train, how different people live, and I don't know, we bring each other up, hopefully, bring each other up, ready for the big season. CrossFit has changed just about every year I've competed in it. But yeah, from 2019, it's been a bit of a roller coaster. Obviously, 2019, I podiumed at the Games. And then 2020, everyone knows what happened in 2020, it was the COVID year. So we had our online games, that was pretty cool. Different, but still they did really well getting that done. 21, I dislocated my shoulder and was out for that season. I found that really hard because that was the first season I was out for the last 7 or 8 years. 22 was sort of me trying to climb back. I went back to Torian, which was amazing to compete at. But 22 was a tough year, just sort of trying to get back into it and, you know, sort of find yourself as an athlete again after being injured. And then 23, last year went back to the Games, qualified out of Torian, and then competed at the 23 Games and had to withdraw on the last day because I hurt my elbow for another injury. But I think that sort of fueled the fire again for this year and sort of trusting my body and knowing what I needed to fix and get right for this season coming up in 24.
First quarterfinals workout done?
It was fun. It was long. Like, I think you think about it as like the first 3 rounds, go for it. But then 5 rounds is a big game changer. I was thinking that as we were doing it, I was like, this is 3 rounds, this would be so different. But the 5 rounds with the muscle ups at the end, it's just like so much pushing. And I think more so to go over to the workouts tomorrow, shoulder overhead, it's gonna be tough, but fun.
There's so much counting. I'm very happy it's done. This is a good one.
What did Jamie get no rep for?
The block out.
All right.
A very good job, my brother. I think you did 5 and then 4 up and then 6.
Yeah, so count that one, eh?
Yeah.
Next
up. Yeah, the one that I said no rep was like, it was, not the same as the rest of them, yeah.
I was like, all I was thinking was, maybe I should start doing uprises because I have no push left.
Yeah, so this will be my 10th year doing CrossFit, which is a long time, but I think for me personally, I never thought about it as like when I started in 2014, I'm gonna be doing this for 10, 12 years. I think you just got to take it 1 year at a time. And every year is so different. Like I said, like it's changed every year. So you've almost got to take it, pinch salt that this year, I know what CrossFit's like, but I know it can change. So I think being adaptable in competitions, but throughout the whole year is what's sort of made me last in the sport. Also having like the team around you. Like for me personally, I'll just, train and run myself into the ground, but you've got to have people that hold you back when you need to be held back and push you forward when you need to be pushed forward. So it's not just me on my own. I think it's learning from other people, learning from coaches, but having that support system and also enjoying it, because if you're miserable, every time it slows down. If you're having a good time, like it flies by. Like the last 10, it does not feel like I've been doing CrossFit for 10 years.
All you have to do is shout last. Like if you need a break, you need a break. And it's this last, you shout last whilst the dumbbell's coming up. If someone shouts last, it means it's going back down to the ground again on that one.
Yeah.
You'll say how many seconds you need, and you will dictate when everyone goes again.
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, don't worry about unbroken, not unbroken, whatever it is. Just go and see what happens.
Like if you can like go faster and risk it. But
I think on the morning one it's like
all of the focus so much is on like that top position, but to pick up each individual's person, what potentially could be a no rep is so, you can't watch, but it's so difficult. Like your eye, you can't split your eyes to look at like the dumbbells. Like it's very, very tough.
yeah, injuries are a tough one, and the thing is as well, a lot of it is hidden with people. Like everyone's always dealing with something, and people forget that, and you've sort of just got to, like, you can't always push. It's one of those things you've got to pull back, and it's almost, I've learned now that it's my body saying, you know, you were riding the line too long, and you know, you didn't listen to me, so pull back. I think the biggest thing is with injuries is you've got to take a step back and almost think, I'm not just an athlete, I need to now pull back and focus on maybe another aspect of your life, focus on your rehab, and then you almost appreciate your body more when it can do the work. It's easy to say now when I've come out the other end of it, but say I came across another injury, I'll go through the highs and the lows again. But I think the best thing to do again is surround yourself with people that are going to help, and with people that understand what you're going through, and not just like, oh, you know, you'll be fine at the end of the day. It does suck, and deal with that, but then as well, take the right steps to get you to that next point. But yeah, I always say I've learned these things, and then something else will come and hit you in the face. So we will see.
Like even going 15-10 or both of you going 15-15-10-10 on the wall balls, on the handstand push-ups is going to be better to make sure that you feel good to do a big set of wall balls. Like if you, I think the deciding factor here is if you guys feel like you can do those 50 wall balls in as few sets as possible. So like break the handstands to make sure your shoulders are good for the wall balls.
do you not think it's better that you do a little bit more handstand push-ups? I just feel like you have better capacity for the 50 wall balls, like on the way
The only thing
out.
I'd say is wall balls for Jamie with her shoulder, she gets like this. So,
Okay.
so it'll blow up her shoulders.
Yeah.
I think I would probably be able to do more handstands on the way back if you feel like that's hard.
That's what I think
Yeah.
on the second set of handstands, if you feel like you've got a big set and you're maintaining your speed, then you've only got rowing left.
Yeah.
So, but it's that first set. If you go too big on the first set, it's not only going to affect the wall balls, but it's then going to affect the second round.
We
So
can go 15-15-10 then. If
On
you,
the first
if
one,
you don't
yeah.
feel like confident, I just thought,
Yeah.
like, it's fine.
and then on the second one, if you get up and you feel like you can do 30, fuck it.
I will just try to put my big girl pants on for the wall balls.
Going back, I had such a good trip going back. Like obviously Elliot came with me, so we got to spend time in Brisbane. I have quite a lot of family in Australia, so it was, the whole experience was just so good. Like it was just nice being back, you know, amongst Australians and Kiwis. And I think the year before, like I said, I was building back up from injury. I was so stressed about things. So even like travel, like getting into Australia, it wasn't straightforward. And I think that stress just overrided everything else that I got to compete. But this year, like it went, and I was like, I'm just gonna enjoy it. It's one of those, touring's one of those competitions that, yeah, you're trying to qualify for the games, but it is such an awesome comp that I'm like, I would rather be here than any other comp in the world anyway. So enjoy the experience, and you know, if you make it, you make it. If you don't, you don't. I think it's really cool going back and seeing, you know, these younger girls come up through. And the thing is with Australia and New Zealand comps, you see these kids that have come out of, you know, sports growing up through high school. They can swim, they can run, they can pick things up really quickly. And I feel that's like the prime place for that. So these young kids come up through and they're just good straight away. And it's really cool seeing that, because you can see these young girls who are so raw, and if they get put into the right hands or get guided by the right people, they're going to be some of the best in the world. And it's like, I'm proud to say I'm from Australia and New Zealand, and they're doing that.
Down. What arms though?
Both.
Where?
Everywhere.
Yeah, but arms or shoulders?
Arms, like biceps. Oh.
He gets spiteful, everyone, if you didn't know that. Yeah.
We didn't slow down.
No, he's making that up.
But honestly, for me, when we were warming up, the weights felt quite heavy. Like I was a bit like, I felt touched by the 3 workouts before, and the bar was not coming off the ground so fast. But then something happened. It was like 3, 2, 1, and then.
The thing is, that's what we need game time. You know, it's like you can doubt yourself right up until 3, 2, 1, go, but when you're in it, you're in it.
So for me, I think last year was, what I got out of last year was that I know that I can still compete at that level. And I just wanted to prove to myself that my body can still handle it, my brain, my mind can still handle it, and it did. And I really enjoyed it, and I loved the season. But as well, I would still be just as happy if I competed on a team. Like, I don't look back and think, oh, I'm so sad to miss out on it. I also think I like new challenges. Like, I've done this year after year, and you know, I can get to the games and I know what I'm capable of or what I'm not. So I think being on a team has just sort of come for a new challenge, and I'm one of those ones I just want to enjoy the ride. Like, I want to enjoy the whole season, and so far it's been amazing. And I'm excited to see where else it goes. Yeah, I think, yeah, the thing with going team is like we have our goal in mind, like we want to win the CrossFit Games. But there is also like, again, we want to win the process of it. So I know the other years I've competed and the ones that I've done well, like when we podiumed on a team, podiumed on my own, it was like you just took it one step at a time and you enjoyed those steps along the way. You do have that accomplishment at the end of the day when you know, finish on the podium or you outdo what you expected. But I think it's one of those ones, as long as you know you've put the effort in at every step, then you can be happy with what you've done. And it's one of those things is I'm now with a team that I'm willing to put my body on the line, my life on the line, not life, my body on the line for these guys, that it's going to be a reward if we, you know, do what we can. I think this team's so special, firstly because of I think the bond we had between each other in such a short time, like living together, hanging out, and we're all such different people coming from different places, but also our specialties. I think we're a team of specialties and we're just trying to bring each other up to our specialties and enjoy it.